So guys, this is a tutorial, the continuation of the tutorial, and this is the sewing video. All right, okay. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so. This one is about the sewing, everything, the processes I took. Okay, so let's get started. First thing I did was to place my paper on the fabric, all right, and cut. I didn't just place it anyhow. I folded my fabric into borders to borders and I cut it. I added half inch and this is the result. So on the zip side, I added 1 inch. So on the joining part, I added half inch and that's what I'm going to sew. So after I finished doing that, I went ahead to cut my lining and then gum paper stay. Okay, actually only gum paper stay on the lining and I put wording on the fabric because I didn't have enough paper stay. All right, so let's get started. And besides, it's just for this tutorial, okay, and it's my clothes. All right, so the first thing I did was to sew the half inch I had it. Okay, so after I finished doing that, I made sure I took my time. Okay, so while you are sewing, you just have to be patient. Just be patient whenever you are sewing. You don't have to be in a haste. You don't have to rush. And when you are sewing, cut off your threads. Cut off the threads so that you'll be able to have a neat finishing. I went ahead to join the second side. So you can see, just take your time, and the side boss is not straight, so I was able to adjust it little by little. So just like you see me do, okay, just little because I noticed one was a bit longer because it's not straight, so it's normal. So I went ahead to notch it. You can either notch it, open it and iron it. That's for the lining, or you top stitch it. So after I finished notching, I went ahead to top stitch the lining from outside. So I went ahead to do the second thing and the second top stitching. Okay, sorry guys, my thread cut, so I had to continue again. So after doing all that, I joined the back two. I sewed the what's it called, the fabric and the lining as well. So for the fabric, I open it. I didn't top stitch anything. Okay, anyone. I open it and iron it properly. So even ironing is work. Everything about sewing needs requires patience, all right? Even when you are ironing, it takes time. So you have to be patient while ironing. You take your time and make sure you iron it properly. Make sure you cut off your thread because that's what I always do, all right? So after I finished doing that, I went ahead to cut my mesh, like the skein net, all right? Actually, I didn't I forgot to video how I cut it, but this is what I did. So for the mesh, I only added like 0.5 inch. For those that are using freehand, you call it 3/4 inch. Okay, so that one really covers for both the fabric, okay, the joining of the fabric and the upper part. Okay, you can see I didn't put paper stay on the fabric, all right, because I didn't have enough paper stay, and besides it's just my own. So I went ahead, I was patient. As you can see, I adjusted it little by little, and at the end of the day, I top stitch. I top stitch it. Okay, sorry, I didn't top stitch it. I notch it slantly. Note, when you are notching, your notching has to be in a slanted way. Okay, and then after I finished doing that, I went ahead to iron it. While I was ironing, actually did something. I didn't iron it to one side. I opened the joining. All right. I opened the joining to iron it neatly. You can see, I believe all of us, most of us know that sewing is not easy. It requires patience. So whatever it would take for you to do that, just do it. And we all know that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. All right, now I've gone ahead, I'm done opening the fabric. So I've gone ahead to sew the mesh inside. Like I said, I actually forgot to do video on how I cut the mesh. So from the yoke, actually added 0.5 inches, okay, 0.5 inch to the yoke. So that's what I did. So I'm done now. For the front, I'm still going to do the same thing. I'll join my mesh for the front and then top stitch it. No, I didn't top stitch the fabric, I only top stitch the lining. You can see it's the lining top stitching. Okay, so after I finished doing that for the front, I went ahead to sew the back as well. Please guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so. By doing so, you are encouraging me to do more of these videos, like more of tutorials, okay, and also to get recommended by YouTube. Okay, so this is the back. I've gone ahead to sew the back now, so, and then top stitch it. All right, so when I'm top stitching it, when I finished top stitching it rather, I went ahead to iron it. I took my time to iron it. I did not just iron the lining and the fabric. I had to reduce the lining by 1.5, okay, so that the lining will not be showing. You can see the way I'm sewing it. I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time to sew it. So you don't need to rush whenever you're sewing. So it's better I take my time to sew it to get a neat finishing done. After I finish sewing it, I'll start losing it or something might just come up just because I was rushing. Basically, everything requires patience, all right? So whenever you are sewing, you have to be patient, like extra patient. So even when I was notching the fabric, I was careful so that I won't go and notch my what's it called, my skein nets, the mesh. Okay, look at it. I'm top stitching my lining now. You can see now I've gone ahead to measure. After I finished ironing, I had to reduce the lining by 1.5, like I said, so that when I'm sewing, it's the fabric that will be showing and not the lining. Okay, anyways, you're still going to see the outcome because I recorded that part. So after I finished doing that, I went ahead to sew it and then top stitch it, and this is it. Okay, this is what I did. I opened the sewing allowance, I ironed it properly. I did the same thing on the fabric as well, and this is the outcome. After I finished joining it, this is the outcome. All right, so after I finished doing that, I went ahead to fix my zip. All right, so after fixing the zip, I went ahead to cut the sleeves. Okay, I hope you are learning. So this is, it's time to fix the zip. I went ahead to fix the zip. So after fixing the zip, and this is the outcome. Okay, you can see. Please, when you are ironing, take your time to iron it properly. So I went ahead to cut the sleeves. I actually measured 24 inches for the width of the fabric. I folded my fabric into four. So after I finished cutting, I got two sleeves. Okay, so and the length of the fabric, I measured 16 inches because I wanted it to be like puffy. Okay, so from there I brought it down by 3 inches and connect it. I didn't just want to use it as in to cut it straight like that. All right, and then this is me marking it, and after that I cut it out. I went ahead to cut the band. After cutting the band, I didn't want to use elastic anyways. I just wanted something different because I know that using that elastic will be kind of too tight. But that as at that day I didn't feel like using elastic, so I went ahead to cut band. like 2.5 inches band. So after I finished sewing, I got 2 inches. So I went ahead to draw gathers on both the upper and lower parts of the sleeves, and then fix the band and fix my um the sleeves. So after I finished doing that, I went ahead to weave my the clothes, and the outcome was very neat. Just okay, this is me. This is when I was drawing the gathers. After I finished drawing the gathers, I had to take the measurement to know if it actually rhymed with where I wanted to stop. Actually, I measured 11.5, okay, 11 inches for the band, okay, and this is when I was taking the measurement, okay, and then I added 1 inch for the seam allowance. So after I finished doing that, I went ahead to fix the sleeves. So this is it after I finished drawing the gathers and after I finished fixing the band. You can see now it's giving me that puffy effect. I didn't put anything, it's just the fabric. But you might, if you decide to put something like peplum stay, that's for you. Okay, so this is me after I finished doing everything. I couldn't wait but to dance. So this is how we arrive here. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much.